Hey everyone, how are you? I'm going to do a mid-month reading for all the signs for this month of April. So this is from the energies between now and the end of April. I'm just going to pull 5 cards on each sign and kind of see what the next couple weeks look like for each one of you. So as always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. And I appreciate you all being a part of my channel. If you appreciate what I do here, hit that like button. Yeah, right there. Really makes a difference to my channel, and I'm really trying to grow my channel, so help me out that way. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All right, so I'm also going to encourage you all to listen to your sun, moon, rising, and your north node. I find that the north node holds a lot of messages for us, so check into that one. All right, let's start out with my Aries. We're going to get your cards out. We start out here with the Page of Swords, so let's see what this is all about for the next couple weeks. All right, so I feel as if there is something that you really want to do. You talk about it, you really want to go after it. Notice that there are some books here. I mean, I feel as intellectually, this is a direction that you want to take, but it's followed by this Knight of Pentacles coming up reversed. You got to do the work, all right? So if there is something you've been wanting to do, I think it's time for you to start, looking into it. All right, when we have the Knight of Pentacles, this is you, kind of sitting on the fence saying, oh, I don't know, I think about it, but that's going to require me having to go and look this up, and it's going to mean me talking to this person. And I feel as if, that's something you're just not into doing right now. But I have to tell you, that's what's going to hang you up. And I say that because we do have the Hanged Man coming up here in your spread. So I feel like, if there is something that you've been wanting to do, you've been thinking, oh, maybe I should go to school, maybe I should take this workshop, maybe I should get the certification, maybe. I feel as if, you got to quit talking about it, because here we have the 7 of Cups coming up, and I think you need to ground into it. Whenever I see the 7 of Cups, this is about you kind of being in a fog. It's like, yeah, you'd like to go and do this, and maybe I should do this, and, but it's going to require X, Y, and Z. The 7 of Cups says, you need to look into what it is you're doing and ground it into reality, all right? We need to, pull it out of the clouds. These are all just floating around, and, just focus. And I feel like, this is something that you could really, ground into reality, and it could be something that would probably be very good for you and very profitable, because we do have this Knight of Pentacles. This could be about something that you want to manifest. Some kind of partnership, business, just something that you need to create. And now we do have this card of the Lovers coming up. So now the card of the Lovers doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a sexual thing that you have with someone. This can be about 2 people coming together for a vision that you can see in the future. So I feel like, if you've been sitting on the fence as to whether or not you want to get involved with someone, whether this is relationship or otherwise, I feel like, you've been sitting on the fence with this Hanged Man. And I think in the next couple weeks, this energy is just going to keep resurfacing until you make a decision. So I do feel like, Aries, in the next couple weeks, it would be really good for you to pick the cup that you really want to focus on and do a little bit of homework. Do not be afraid to, have to do the grunt work in order to see whether or not something would really benefit for you. Because this Hanged Man, without doing it, you're never going to be very clear, and you're never going to be directed. So when we see the Hanged Man energy coming upside down, it's really asking you to get out of this state of what if and confusions and maybes and things of that nature, and kind of see what it is that you really want to focus on for your future moving on. So yeah, that's what I see for you, Aries, for the next couple of weeks in this month of April. All right, moving on to my Taurus. Let's get the cards shuffled here and see what's going on for all my Taurus for the next 2 weeks, from mid-April to the end of April. We are grateful, thankful. Oh, I see something being stuck. The cards are having a hard time shuffling there and getting through, but I think you pushed through something that you've been feeling a little stuck about. So let's see what this is about. One more shuffle for you, Taurus, and then we'll see what the next 2 weeks look like for all of you. All right, let's see. First card out for you, Taurus, is that of the Four of Swords. All right, so you need to get some rest, first off. All right, so I feel as if, over the course of the next 2 weeks, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep. Make sure that you're not overworking yourself and you're letting your mind run a little bit quick. Because I do feel like there was something recently that you're on the recovery from, whether this is a physical illness or some heartbreak or something that has really kind of left you a little unsettled. The Four of Swords says, why not take a rest, all right? So make sure you're getting a good night's sleep and, you're taking care of whatever your needs are. For some of you, you may be overworking. I do see you working a lot over the next couple weeks. But again, this is about pacing yourself, Taurus. Now, the next card I have coming out for you is the Queen of Swords upside down. All right. So I'm just wondering whether or not there was something that happened to you that left you very unsettled and left you a little bit angry. Maybe you don't feel like you were treated fairly. Maybe you knew that something was supposed to be going in a direction and it didn't go in that direction. So I'm feeling this energy of being a little unsettled, and it's coming from this depth of like being a little angry. All right. So whatever this is that has left you a little, sideways, I feel as if it's time for you to maybe think about moving in another direction. I mean, we have this Page of Pentacles coming up. He's flipping a coin, so I feel as if, you have some options and some choices in the directions you want to go in. Now, this could be around work because we do have this Eight of Pentacles also coming up. So maybe whatever happened to you happened at work. Maybe you feel like you were treated unfairly, or maybe things just weren't balanced, or maybe you don't feel like you're getting paid enough, but I feel as if you have options, all right? And with this Page of Pentacles, I mean, this is a curiosity that's come up as to like, well, maybe I should start looking in another direction. And so I think some of you, when it comes to your job, what you are doing for a living, even a direction that you may want to take, maybe you've been wanting to go in another direction and do something that you're very good at, maybe something you're very crafty at. And when we have the Eight of Coins, I mean, you may have been apprenticing in some thing, and then maybe now you're starting to think, maybe I could start my own direction here, because I feel like, this Fool card is indicating that, you could have a brand new start in another direction, especially if you're involved in something that has left you feeling a little unsettled. I mean, I think if it bothers you at night, every time you come home from work and you're just stewing from the day, you need to really look at that and pay attention to like, God, why do I feel like this? Why do I always feel terrible? What can I do to make these changes? And I think the Page of Pentacles says, well, maybe you want to go in another direction. Maybe there's something else that's better for you. And the Fool, at the end of the month, I feel you start to think, maybe I'm going to start something new. Maybe I'm going to go in a new direction. Maybe you decide to apply for some other jobs and you find that, you get accepted. I just feel as if by the time you reach the end of the month, Taurus, there is going to be this new lease on life, and all of this unsettled energy that you've been feeling right now, I think it's going to dissipate, and I think you're going to see a new direction by the end of this month. So I like this for you, Taurus. I like it very much. All right, moving on. Let's see what's going on for all of my Gemini. Let's get these cards shuffled and see what's going on for Gemini. I think some of you Geminis might be thinking about going off and branching off in your own direction. I'm just getting the sense that, you haven't been getting along with everybody at work. But let's see what's going to come up for all of you. One more shuffle for you, Gemini. Yeah, I'm just feeling like, you feel like you're worth more, all right? And, if you've been feeling like you've been backed up into a corner and you just don't like it, and maybe you're being told to do things, I'm getting a lot of work energy today. Maybe this is one of those things that you're thinking about what your next move is going to be. And sure enough, we start out with the Four of Cups coming upside down. And then we have the Four of Swords. So something around the structure of your life, whether it's a relationship or work or something, I feel as if, you really need to kind of look at it a little bit deeper. All right, when we have the Four of Cups coming up here like this, I feel as if, you know, there is this energy of you needing to pull back a little bit from a situation. Maybe recently you didn't get along with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and the two of you are kind of undecided about the direction moving forward. I just feel as if space would be very good for the two of you. And I think both of you, if you are involved with someone, need to take the time alone, because this is, you know, you not knowing how to handle a situation that may have recently come up that, you know, maybe left you or the other person feeling a little one way or another. So I am feeling a sense, we have a male and a female energy here, that it could be between you and someone else. Now, moving on with that, I do feel as if, you know, the Knight of Swords indicates that, all right, listen, I think I'm going to make some moves and try to go in the direction that I think we need to go in. And maybe we should give them another chance, all right? So if somebody recently that you were involved in, whether this is work, whether this is a, you know, connection that you have with each other, I feel as if, you know, it could be one of these energies where you might want to give it another chance, you know, and say, hey, let's see if we can push through this. I've given it some time and some space. But, you know, they come up very cold, all right? I feel as if, you know, there's still this disconnect that you're going to feel going into, you know, trying to get some kind of resolution, Gemini. So don't be surprised if over the course of the next 2 weeks, there is some turbulence. I am sensing that. But, you know, I mean, here we have the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card, you know, is going, should we keep going? Should we give this another chance? Or maybe we should just kind of let it go? I mean, you're at that point where we got to make some decisions about how do we want to move forward. And I just feel as if your person isn't ready to talk. All right. I think whatever happened between you and them, there was enough energy that kind of made them so upset or so mad. Maybe this is you, maybe this is them. You know, put yourself in the story. But I feel as if, don't be surprised if by the end of the week, by the end of the month, there is still no resolution to this. But I do see you kind of, you know, doing what you got to do in order to try to see, you know, that you've put everything into it. I don't feel like you, Gemini, want to just throw in the towel. You know, so I think, you know, this is going to be one of those things where it's going to take a little while to kind of push through whatever this energy is between you and your person. So that's what I got for you between now and the end of the month. So let's move on to my Cancers and see what's going on for all of my crabs. How are my crabs feeling? Grateful, thankful to each one of you. Let's get these cards shuffled and see if we can shift the energy. Now, a few of you, you know, maybe you're not feeling very good. I just saw the Three of Swords. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's some heartbreak. I'm almost feeling like there's something that just doesn't feel good with you. So I don't know what that's about. I don't think you really want to talk about it. So some of you guys may be going through something and, you know, you just don't want people to know about it. So let's see what the next 2 weeks looks like for all of my crabs. First card out is the Emperor reversed. Then we have the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands reversed, and then we have the Seven of Wands reversed also coming up. So let's see what your cards are looking like. All right, so, you know, Cancers, I saw the Three of Swords when I was shuffling. So aside from it being just something personal that you don't want to talk about, I can't help but feel that you are involved with someone, all right? And we have the Emperor energy here. Now, this could be like a father figure. This could be somebody who's older than you. This is somebody who has a lot of control. This is somebody who has a lot of power, you know, and I feel as if they don't always use it for, you know, the greatest and highest of good, especially when it comes to you. Now, I'm just wondering whether or not this person is really controlling in your life, all right? Because I just keep getting that energy. And I feel like, you know, you come out with this Ace of Swords, like, you know, I want the truth. I don't want you to tell me what you want me to hear. I want the truth. I want to know what is really going on. And, you know, for some of you guys, you know, they talk a lot, because they come up here as this King of Wands reverse. This is somebody who says, oh, don't worry, I'll come help you on Saturday. And then Saturday comes and then they don't show up. Or they say, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do this with you and it'll be all right. And then they don't do this. So I question the integrity of this person that you are involved with, all right? Because I just don't feel like they're telling you everything that you should know. And sometimes when we see this King of Wands come up reversed, there's the things that are being kept hidden that you really need to know about. Maybe they're just not available for other reasons. So I feel like, as the next couple weeks progress, Cancer, you feel as if you're in a position of disadvantage. I feel like you don't really believe them, yet anything you say to them, they kind of diss. It's like, they're going to tell you that, oh, no, that's just in your mind. Oh, no, that's just in your head. But, the fact that you're so unsettled with this energy and what they're telling you, I think you start to think, I might move on. I don't know whether I want to continue with a relationship with someone who I just don't trust, or someone who I just don't believe, or, every time I try to count on them, they don't count on me. It's one of those things. It's like, it's not a give and take. It's a take with this person. So I think over the course of the next couple weeks, Cancer, you're going to be sitting here saying, I want the truth and nothing but the truth. And I don't feel like you're giving it to me. So I feel like, this is something that you're really going to pay attention to, and you're going to notice more. Your awareness around what they say and what they mean are two different things. And it's going to make you stop and think whether or not you really want to continue with this connection that you have with this person. So that's what I got for you, Cancer, for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I just, King of Swords was upside down on the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you're dealing with someone who tells you what they think you want to hear, but they're not telling you the truth. So be very aware of that energy, Cancer, because I don't want to see you being taken for a ride by anyone. All right, let's move on to my Leos for the next 2 weeks. These are just short and sweet, and I think to the point. So let's see, what are the messages coming through for all of my Leos over the course of the next 2 weeks, from mid-April to the end of the month. All right, some of you guys are moving out of a place of feeling like you just don't have what you need. So I like that, because I think that's very encouraging and very positive for a lot of you. But let's see. All right, first card out, we do have the Two of Swords coming out for you. So, you reached a point where you've got to make some decisions. All right. And, I think you've got to make some decisions, because overall, you can't pretend that you're happy when you're not. All right. And when we have the Sun card, it's almost like you put on this face of, oh, everything is really, really good. But the truth is, it's not feeling so good inside. Right, Leo? So let's see what this is all about. So you are involved with someone. All right. Here we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is, usually can indicate marriage or some kind of partnership that you are really involved with. And, you're not feeling very positive about it, because I have here the Six of Wands coming upside down. So I feel like you're needing to make some kind of a shift or an adjustment or a change in this relationship that you're involved with, and this is one that it's not a light relationship. This is one you are really involved in. All right. This could be your person. This could be your partner. But, you need to make some decisions, but, you need to be very clear in the directions and the things you're going to say moving forward, because somehow you need to let them know that you're not happy. All right. And it's not that you don't want to, not be happy, but, it's like you can't pretend anymore that everything is okay. And I feel as if, it's really important that you are very clear when you express this, that, something is just off between the two of us, and I'm not feeling this connection, and I need to know what to do next. All right, because you're not feeling good with the Six of Wands. And we have these two cards now. It's just like you're feeling defeated on some level. And I feel like, you need to figure out what to do in order to shift this energy. Now, we do have the Knight of Cups coming up as well. And this cannot usually be like an offer to maybe help things out and maybe change things. All right, so if you are involved with somebody, whoever your person is, they may try to see what they can do to, make it better. All right. And I do feel as if they do want to try to make it better and try to calm the energies and, but you've got to be very clear. I mean, they can't, they're not reading your mind, Leo. So whatever it is that you really need to tell your person that's making you so unhappy, you need to be able to do that. And I do feel as if you possibly, come up with the right way of saying this, they're gonna be, very receptive. All right. So don't be afraid to let your person know how you are feeling. It is really important that you do that. All right, especially if you want to feel better, all right, because you don't want to keep putting on this mask of everything is really bright and happy when it's not, all right, and you're a Leo and you don't want people to know, and I picked that up a little bit earlier. It's like you just don't want to know, you don't want people to know how you really are feeling, but you can't hide it anymore. So I think you really need to lay the cards on the table and let your person know what's really up with you, all right, because that's the only way things can change. And look, I see, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. It could be the beginning of a brand new direction and start for the two of you. All right, so that's what I got for my Leos. All right, let's move on to my Virgos and see what's going on with the energies of my Virgos for this mid-April to the end of the month, just the next couple of weeks. Let's see what is going on for my Virgos. All right, I see some creative venture that you want to start. I got to tell you, Virgo, and this has come up for you for a while now. If you were to start something, maybe some kind of job or work from home kind of thing, I think by summertime you would be surprised at how good it could do. Right? So if you've been contemplating trying to figure out what you can do from home, a little side hustle, do it. All right, you've got nothing to lose and an awful lot to gain. And I keep getting that if you did that, look, Knight of Pentacles, do the work. Something good could really manifest for you at the end of the summer. All right, but let's see, what else do we have going on for you, Virgo? So listen, Virgo, we start out here with the Knight of Pentacles. We see here an offer is being presented to you. All right, now this is an offer that it could be from your person, it could be you towards someone else. We do have the Ten of Cups also coming up. So I'm just wondering whether or not when it comes to you and a partnership, your person, your honey, whoever that is, I feel as if something happened between the two of you. All right, and it left you a little bit cold, a little bit direct. I think, you've grown a lot and you've got a lot of experience dealing with this knight here who's trying to make an offer to you. And I feel as if, this is one of these energies that's going to come up over the next couple of weeks as far as like, how am I going to handle this person? And what do I really feel about it? Now, we do have the Ace of Wands. So, I mean, there is some passion there. And I feel like somebody may want to start over again with you. Maybe they want to start a direction with you. Maybe there's somebody else that you're really passionate about, and that's kind of gotten in your way. Now, I say that because I do have this Page of Wands also coming up. So I'm wondering whether or not there could be somebody made you an offer, really tempting. If whatever this offer is, it could really upset the family dynamic here by you moving forward with it. And, here we do see that this cat and this lizard is kind of blocking it. It's like, if you go in that direction, there is no turning back. All right. So if you decide to take somebody up on an offer, and your person is not 100% behind it, I feel as if they really get very cold and they put their foot down and they kind of let you know, if you do that, there is no coming back, all right? And that's my feeling. And listen, you've got your bags already packed. I think you've already made your decision that you are going to accept this offer that is being given to you, because this is something I think you really, really want. Even if it upsets the family dynamic, I think you are already decided in your mind what you want to do. But just be very clear, because when we have this Queen of Swords, when she says something, she means it. All right. So if, this person over here is saying, look, if you do that, you can't come back home. If you decide that you want to go off and, go half cocked and live on a commune, you're not coming home, because this could be your mom. This could be somebody, older, somebody who, really rules the roost, so to speak. So I feel like, whatever it is that you are deciding the direction you want to go in, just know that, once you're gone, that door is closed and you can't go backwards, all right? You can only move forward from there. So that's what I see for my Virgos for the next couple weeks. All right, let's move on to my Libras. See what messages are coming through for all of my Libras. Libra, look, we've got some sense of independence happening here. I like it. I like it. Maybe you've been saving your money. I feel as if you've got maybe a little money in your pocket. So let's see what the messages are around you, Libra. I like this sense of independence, you know, because a lot of times, you know, we try to, like, you know, involve other people. And I feel like right now you're wanting to just kind of be on your own, especially if there's been something that you've been dealing with that's been challenging. I think a little space and time alone is good for all of us. Let's see what the messages have to say for my Libras for the next 2 weeks. First card out is Temperance, coming up reversed. And then we have that Queen of Swords coming out. Boy, she's an angry soul. All right, this could be somebody around, you know, somebody has no patience. All right, Libra. And here, this card of Temperance, this is not having patience, not wanting to do anything anymore. This could be you. You could be like, I'm done. And this is what I was saying, you know, maybe you just need to take some space and be more on your own. There is definitely an energy around coldness, you know, that you're going to have to really kind of stand on your own here. Now, you are in your head a little bit because whenever you have to make a decision, Libra, that seems a little harsh and a little severe, I think it bothers you, all right? Because you are the sign of who loves balance and harmony and pretty things and everybody's getting along. So I think when you have to put your foot down, Libra, that's not always an easy thing. And it could be, you know, around work. Maybe you have to really kind of put your foot down when it comes to how somebody is at work. I mean, you're coming off as the Queen of Swords. You know what you're talking about. You've been there. You've done that. You know what it is that needs to be done. And, you know, there could be somebody that you are working with who you just have no more patience for. So I feel as if, you know, you need to do what you have to do for your good, all right? Not their good, all right? This is one of these energies where I feel like, Libra, you cannot be nice because, you know, you don't want to hurt their feelings. I think if your reputation and your work and your status is at stake, you know, you've got to take care of it and protect it. I feel like, you know, you're about to put yourself out there and people are going to be really judging you for your work and how you do things. You need to make sure that whoever's working for you is doing things on your level. You know, they can't be cutting corners or anything else. I mean, this is something that you are very passionate about. We have this Ace of Wands. This is like your baby, right? So I feel like, you know, even though you might have to really get a little harsh with someone and be very clear about, like, look, you can't cut corners. I need everything to be perfect. They need to be able to, like, take that criticism. I mean, because I do feel as if there is this energy of you don't want to have to tell them that, you know, they're not doing a good job. So if you are a boss in that position, I feel for you, you know, because that's really hard, you know, to have to really put somebody in their place. But again, if this is about work, it's not a personal thing. It's about work. So don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up and don't get all in your head because you had to get a little bit serious with a situation, all right, that you just don't have any more patience for. So it's all going to be good, all right, because in the name of professionalism, right, Libra? All right, moving on. Let's see what's going on for my Scorpios. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What messages are coming through for all my Scorpios for the next couple of weeks, from mid-April to the end of April? Grateful, thankful. All right, so Scorpios, I want you to watch your health. You know, allergy season is in its prime. Those spring colds, be careful. I just saw the Strength card coming up reversed. And listen, when we have the Strength card, you know, like, sometimes we have to, you know, really do what's best for us, you know, and we have to follow our own intuition, not what everybody wants us to do. You know, so I feel like you can't be afraid either to kind of say, look, I need to take some time off. I'm not feeling good. All right. That's okay. You can do that. Right. Don't think you can't. I mean, your health is first and foremost, and your mental health, physical health. I'm just feeling like some of you Scorpios need to have permission to take some time off, all right? So if you've been wanting to take time off, go ahead and do it. All right, we've got the Temperance card coming out first off, but it comes up straight up, so I like that. And again, you know, this is one of these energies where when we are patient with ourselves, with the situations, with life around us, that's when we find to gain good ground. Because look, she's in tree pose. This is very strong energy. So you've got to really honor your spirit. And when we have the Temperance card, this is, you know, really like the higher self saying, you know, you got to have a little patience with yourself. You need to take care of yourself. And like I said, if you need to take some time off, do it. All right, you know, there's no harm. You don't have to work like a horse anymore. All right, you can, you know, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe, my eyes are itchy, I'm just not feeling good, take the day off. All right, it will be okay. Now, what I do see moving on, we do have the Six of Swords coming up for you. So, you know, I'm feeling like, you know, there is this need for you. You've been very, very patient. But I feel as if there's a situation that is probably telling you that maybe you need to just kind of move on from it. So if you've been feeling like you want to make some shifts, you want to make some changes, and you just don't know how to do that, and you don't want to come off being a little selfish, I mean, this is something you really want, do not be afraid to, you know, follow your heart, all right? Because I really feel like that's very important. But you also have to be very aware of why you are doing things. Are you wanting to make a move just because you don't like someone? Are you wanting to make a move because you're just not happy in a situation? Are you wanting to make a move just because you want to end something and take off and do what you want? And again, we have this energy of you taking some time off here with this World card. So I feel like, you know, some of you may have been very patient in a situation, and I think you've given it a lot. And it's worn you down. I feel like, you know, you are just frazzled and you are at the point of no return. And in your mind, whether you have done it or not, because we do have these fall leaves, maybe you're thinking about, you know, maybe I'll hang in there until this time. Maybe I'll wait until the fall and then I'm going to make some moves. You don't want to do anything impulsively. And I think that's what the Temperance card is saying. Don't make any moves you're going to regret later on, because, you know, you don't want to do it because, you know, it's a selfish thing. But I do feel like there is something that you are going to bring to an end, a close. This World card is almost like you finally saying, you know, I finally did it. But you did it in a good way, all right? You didn't just, you know, move on your way and do something so that it was impulsive. You really kind of thought it through so that, you know, you feel good about making your next move. So perhaps there was this opportunity that's come up and you really want to take it, but you know that you can't take it right now, that maybe, you know, you need to kind of take care of some things, tie up some loose ends before you actually move on to this new opportunity that you really want. Now I feel is not the time. Now is the time to plant the seeds and close doors and do everything you need to do if this is what you really want come moving forward into the year. And I do feel like by fall, you know, here you will finally be able to move on and close whatever door it is that you want to shut. All right, Scorpio, so that's what I've got you thinking about between now and the end of this month. Now, remember, this is just the next 2 weeks, you know, so it's not a long period of time. It's just, you know, kind of where your mind's at. All right, let's move on to my Sagittarians. What's going on for all of my Saggies? Grateful, thankful for each one of you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Boink, right there. Yep, really makes a difference to my channel, so I sure appreciate you doing that. I'm trying real hard to grow this channel. I've been here for quite a while now, but I'd like to see my numbers really turn and be something I can do full time. So help me out that way. Hit that like button. Boink, right there. All right, let's see, Sagittarius, what's going on for you? First card out is the Wheel of Fortune. I like it. So, you know, in this card, I want to point out that it lands on a house. So if some of you guys have been wondering whether or not you're going to find a new home, whether you're going to get that home that you really, really want, I think you're really stressing over it a little bit. Because, you know, your intuition may be saying, you know, this is something I really want, but I'm not sure I'm going to get it. All right, we have the Six of Wands also coming up. So I want you to just be very aware of something that you're really after. I mean, I think, you know, maybe you have the potential to move into a place that you can't afford. All right, and I say you can't afford it because we do have the Ten of Pentacles coming up here reversed. So, you know, I think there's this opportunity that comes your way. The Wheel of Fortune spins in your favor, and, you know, here it is. Now, this thing that you really want, here it is. You can have it if that's really what you want, but is really the right thing for you. All right, and that to me is the big message here, because we have your intuition coming up reversed. We have the Six of Wands coming up reversed. And we have the Ten of Pentacles coming up reversed. Can you really afford this house? Can you really afford the new car? Can you really afford, you know, taking a shift and a change in the direction you really want to take in? Is this something that's going to benefit you down the road, or you're going to regret it? And I say that because your final outcome is that of the Four of Swords. I want you to sleep on it, all right? Because this person is resting before you make any moves that could be a situation where you can't undo it. Like you get yourselves locked into some kind of a contract. You know, so now you've got this 2-year lease on a house that you can't really afford. You know, you just don't want to put yourself in a position where you're compromising your own happiness, because now what you got to do is you're stressed. You're constantly stressed about, you know, this house, this payment, whatever it is. So I just want you to be very, very clear that, you know, if this is really what you want, can you really afford it, Sagittarius? That is the big message for you for the next couple of weeks. So, you know, don't do anything impulsively. We are in a Mercury retrograde. It comes out at the end of the month. Maybe you need to give it to the end of the month before you make any decisions. But for sure, sleep on any big purchases that you are wanting to make in the next couple weeks. All right. All right. Next one up. Who's next? We have our Capricorns. Capricorn, how are you? Grateful, thankful for all of my Cappies. The grounded workhorse of the zodiac. How are you guys? I hope you guys are taking some time off. You know, not working so hard that you're missing out on life. But let's see what the next 2 weeks look like for all of my Capricorns moving forward. All right, you ready? Let's get these cards out for you. All right, first card out for you is the Ace of Swords. All right, I like it. This is like a fresh new beginning in a direction. Something may have pushed you to this Ace of Swords, because a lot of times when we reach the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords energies, pardon me, you know, something had to come to an end. Something that was really, that angered you. And I feel like the Judgment card here reversed almost shows that, you know, like, I am really tired of trying to make something work and it's not working. So I feel like, you know, you pull out all the stops here, and there's a lot of energy around money with you, all right? I want to show you the cards. We have the Ten of Pentacles upside down. We have the Seven of Pentacles also upside down, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're coming out in your own reading here. So I feel as if something has to change. All right, especially if you've been putting a lot of energy into something, you've been putting a lot of money into something, and it's just not producing. You know, you've got to make some shifts and changes here. And I think, you know, you're going to have to make some decisions, and I think you're very clear on some of the things that you have to do moving forward in the next couple weeks. All right, we do have the Judgment card. It's like, you know, this is like you are tired of trying to give something another chance. We have the Seven of Pentacles coming upside down. You've put a lot of energy into a situation and it is not producing for you. And here with this Ten of Pentacles, if anything, you're losing money, you're losing time, you're losing energy, and you're not feeling stable. You know, here you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles upside down. I mean, you know, you are the rock of stability here, Capricorn, and you're just not feeling that. So there is definitely a need for you to like reevaluate where your energy is going. Are you putting a lot of energy into a job and, you know, at the end of the day when you get that paycheck, it's not enough? Are you putting a lot of energy into building something and you're just not seeing any progress? I do feel like I have to pull up the bottom of the deck. We do have the Nine of Cups as the bottom of the deck, all right, Capricorn? So I want you to know that whatever it is that you have been really wanting to build and manifest, it will happen. I just feel as if, you know, you need to reevaluate where your energies are going. If you're doing a lot of this and not a lot of that, maybe you need to find the balance between this and that so that you can have something that's more stable and, you know, feel like you're balanced, like you are moving forward. The fact that we have this 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, I feel as if by summertime, and the card below it is the Sun card. I think by summertime, you know, if you do some changes now, you start seeing and cutting through some of the stuff that has held you back. I think by summertime, you will get the wish that you really want. Just right now, it's really a time to really focus in and give yourself that hard critique. You know, be really honest. You know, am I spending so much time doing this and it's not giving me any money? Do I need to turn around and put more energy in this? Do I need to tell them that I'm not going to work so much overtime? Because sometimes when we work a lot of overtime, we find that we end up working for nothing, you know, and that money isn't really worth it. I think what you need to do is reevaluate very honestly and truthfully here the directions that you need to take in order for you to get this goal that you are after. All right, and I'm definitely feeling that by summertime, things are going to look a lot differently in your financial picture. All right, Capricorn, so that's what I've got for you for the next couple weeks. All right, let's move on to my Aquarius. What's going on in the world of Aquas? How are you, Aquarius? Look at this, some celebrations. Maybe some of you guys are getting married. Maybe some of you guys have reason to celebrate. Maybe you are going to a very happy event. That could be happening in the next couple weeks. That's always fun, right? So let's see what's going on for all of my Aquarians for this mid-month of April to the end of the month. I think like a lot of you guys are going to start doing your own thing, right, Aquarius? And that's really important because you guys are the inventors. You're the ones that, you're really eclectic, you're really unique, you know, you move to your own drum, you know, you are truly one of these people. The reason why, you know, you're so unique is because, you know, you don't conform. So I like that energy going into this reading for you. But let's see what the next 2 weeks look like. So we have the Knight of Pentacles to the 4 of Cups reverse, 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's see what's going on. So I feel like when it comes to work, all right, let's talk about your work. There could be an opportunity, a brand new opportunity coming for you. But in order to do that, you're going to have to make some shifts and some changes. So you may have been offered something, a job position or an opportunity that you would like to take. Yeah, I think you don't really know whether or not you should take it, all right? We have the 4 of Cups here also coming upside down. You don't want to make any moves that might be costly down the road. So like you, who did I just read for? Was it Scorpio? I just feel as if, you know, this offer that you are about to receive that's been offered to you, I think you need to really think on it before you just say, yes, I'm going to do it. And we also have here the 2 of Pentacles coming upside down, all right? So you don't want to be confused about, you know, jumping from one ship to another. I think you really need to figure out, you know, really the whole picture. All right, so if you've had this offer given to you and you think, wow, this would be like the solution to all my problems, right? You know, this would be everything that I've been really bothered about. I mean, but this card coming upside down says, you know, pull back a little bit. Before you just jump right into something that you might regret later, maybe think about it, all right? And really be clear when you make this decision, all right? Because I almost feel like there's this energy of desperation shows up and it's like, I'm going to do this now. And then you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. So when we have the 2 of Pentacles coming upside down, you can't pretend, all right, that something needs to shift. But you also know that, you know, you don't want to just jump in, you know, blindfolded. So I feel like, you know, there is this need in your mind that you do want to make this change. You would like to accept this offer. You would like to go in a new direction. But I feel like it's just not yet, all right? And I feel like you really need to sit with it. All right, and here again, I want to point out these leaves are like from fall. So I think, you know, there's no hurry. All right, this opportunity that's come before you, it'll still be there come fall. But in the meantime, I think you need to be very clear as to why you want to make some shifts and how you're going to do them. And I think if you are, you know, in a position where you can wait a little bit before you say yes or no to this new offer that's coming in, you're going to find yourself sitting a lot better. All right. So we don't want you to put yourself in a position where now all of a sudden, you know, you got no income and you're in between jobs and you don't know what you're going to do to make it. You know, you want to be very solid and grounded in your decisions. So again, we have these peach trees. Maybe by August, September, you'll be a lot clearer about the direction that you really want to take in this acceptance of this offer. But I see you looking at it. I mean, it's, you know, but you know, the timing of things is so important, all right, Aquarius. So I think timing is key for you. So don't jump into anything that you know that if you wait patiently, it will come to you better off, you know, come harvest season. All right, moving on. Let's see what's going on for all of my Pisces. Grateful, thankful for the messages from my Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? So Pisces, we have the Hanged Man coming upside down. You're really confused about something, and look, here you are really anxious about it. So I'm not sure what this is about, but the Chariot card just showed itself upside down. So I don't think now's the time to make any decisions, especially if we're in a state of confusion, all right? You need to be very clear when we make decisions. We need to be clear when we make new steps in a new direction. So whatever it is, I feel as if you need to just kind of just wait right now before, you know, you set yourself up for something that, you know, you might be really even more confused about. But let's see what we have. We have the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Six of Swords. And we have the Seven of Swords. All right, so let's look at the energies. All right, the first card we have here is you coming out as the Nine of Wands. I feel as if somebody is trying to back you up into a corner. All right, and I think this is where this confusion that I was picking up was. You know, the Chariot coming up reversed in this, as I was shuffling the card, says don't make any moves right now. All right. Hanged Man also says you need to be very clear and understand what it is you might be sacrificing by being backed up into a corner. All right. And I do feel as if there is this energy of this Emperor. This could be your dad. This could be somebody in authority. You know, this is somebody who has a lot of power and a lot of control. And I feel as if they put you in, they back you up into a corner over the course of the next couple weeks. And you want to make good decisions, but, you know, at the same time, you know, you don't want to have the pressure of somebody telling you. So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody's trying to get you to do something that you do not want to do. All right, so just be very aware of that. And I say that because we also have the Seven of Swords coming upside down. So I feel as if this person, there's some deception in their thinking, especially when it comes to you. It's almost as if they want to have you do something you just don't feel good about. I mean, if it doesn't feel good in your gut, Pisces, don't do it. And, you know, we do have here the Six of Swords energy coming up reverse. I feel like you've got to be very careful over the course of the next couple weeks. That somebody, you know, is not trying to get you to do something you do not want to do. All right. If you're not feeling good about it, don't do it, because this is about you remaining very grounded and very stable in the decisions and directions that you are doing. And I just see trouble with the Six of Swords coming upside down, and it's sitting here with the Seven of Swords, you know. So I just feel like somebody is trying to keep you down, and somebody is trying to keep you in a place where, you know, you're the one that's put in a position of disadvantage, all right? And I don't like that you feel backed up into a corner, because I feel as if this is something that this person has done to you before, and I feel like they're going to do it to you again. So be very careful of this energy, Pisces, because I don't like it. All right, I'll just be really honest. I don't like it when somebody tries to get you to do something and you just don't want to do it. Stay focused, stay grounded, stay solid in the direction you want to have to go in. This Queen of Pentacles energy, this is not a fast-moving energy. You know, the direction that you want to build in your life is for stability. And I feel like this Emperor is trying to pull that away from you. I do feel like I have to look at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Six of Cups. I feel like this is somebody you have a lot of history with, all right? And you know how they are, you know how they operate. So just be very aware of their intentions when they're trying to get you to do something that you do not want to do. So that's the energy I have for all of you from now until the end of April, just the next couple of weeks. Please take what works, leave what doesn't, and I'll see you all at the beginning of the month for a monthly read. So take care, hit that like button, boink, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to sit down now and I'm going to try to put all of the timestamps in the comments so that you guys can quickly look up your sign. And I'll see you all later. Have a really great day. Bye now.